Okay, so today is Sunday, 24th of March, 2024. Time's about 11 a.m. Air temperature about 26, maybe even about 27 by now. About 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Might even be 1 or 2 degrees higher later today if the sun keeps shining. So today I'm going to talk about my breeding groups that I have and I intend to breed this year. I sort of had a breeding plan 2024, did a video on that, and I'm thinking about producing about another 200 new Madaka this year from my existing stock of 5 different types of Madaka. I'm not an expert breeder. My Madaka don't have strong pedigrees, so I don't get into all the genetic stuff. I just select a few Madaka from each type that I like the look of and separate them out as breeding groups. And in my permanent tubs here, I've got 3 breeding groups, and I've got my temporary grow out tubs again, which I did a video on, and I've got 3 bulk groups down there. Anyway, let's look at the water temperature first. Thermometer's in here somewhere. Yeah, and it's 25 degrees. So that is really good temperature for the Madaka to start breeding. You know, spring must be here. We get water temperature 25 degrees. Okay, so that's really where I am. This is really the start of the breeding season. So this is the white group of Madaka. Maybe about 8-9 fish in there. Nearly all adults. I think there's one quite juvenile in there, but they've been in there a few weeks, and so they're all used to one another, and maybe they're all sort of ready to breed. Well, they have been, in fact, for a week or so. They produced about 15 eggs over the last few days. Let's have a look, see if we've got any. None that I can see. Okay, but definitely they will start breeding soon. You know, you can see they're very active. They're all ready to go. And then over here I have, I'll bring my chair with me, my red cap group. Only separated them out relatively recently. They're not maybe really settled down for breeding. Let's see if there are any eggs anywhere. Oh, I think I can see one just there, and that's about all. Well, there might be one or two. I think only about one. So the females only produce eggs when they're like stimulated by movements of the male. And as I said, they've only been together for a few days, so it might take a few more days for them a new group like this to settle down, and the Madaka are relaxed enough to begin breeding. The other thing is, you know, even during the winter when they aren't breeding, I leave the breeding mop in the water. so that, you know, the females get used to the idea of a breeding moth being there, and they just take it as part of the natural environment when they're growing up. So next I'll move along and I'll bring my chair with me to see the one or two in here, one or two assorted Madaka, but I don't think they'll be breeding. This is an orange breeding group. Now, I quite like orange, and I've got a lot of what I think are suitable fish that for breeding. So I've got two groups. I've got this one here and another one down in the temporary breeding tubs. They've been here for some time. Whether they've settled down enough to produce eggs yet, I don't know. And you can see they're very, very active. Yeah, you can see there's one or two eggs there. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 5, 6. Not big groups of eggs, but they've been produced today. I don't know if you can see them or not. The sun is shining on my phone screen, so I can't really see with the reflection. But there we are. So we got maybe half a dozen eggs there, and I'll sort them out later. So, I mean, those are the three groups that I've got in the permanent tubs. And now I'll go down and move to where the temporary grow out tubs are, where I've got another three groups. So this is the second orange breeding group. They've been together for a few days. You can see they're very active. These are maybe slightly better orange colour, and again, if you have a look, there are a few eggs there, if you can see them. Not a lot, but they're just starting. Maybe there's only one female just producing a few eggs. They weren't adults sort of last year, so they were juveniles. So you just get used to the idea of actually breeding eggs, producing eggs. So these are my Yakura. Now, you know, the strain that I've got is not very prolific, and the failure rate of eggs and fry is quite high. And in fact, they didn't do too well over the winter, even though I put them in a heated tub. Reason for that, I've got no idea. So only 2 or 3 of them have good colouring, if you like. There should be a lighter colour. But I'll leave them, all the ones I've got, in a group, and see what offspring they get. Let's put in a bit of food, and then I'll come and have a look. You see even one fairly white colour one there, darker colour, background colour, some more yellow with or the orange, one with the orange head, which is what they should be like, in fact. But here we are. I'll see what they produce this year. I like Yakura, and I think usually they should be reasonably tough and prolific. So if this group don't manage to produce very many offspring this year, I think I might try and find some more, so I can get a better outcome next year. And let me just move along here. So these are the red and black. I think it's called nishiki in Japanese, and sometimes called red tiger in English. Now, I mean, they're similar to the Yosakura. This group didn't produce, or these nishiki didn't produce very many offspring last year, and this again is all I've got left after the winter. There's some good specimens of fish there, so I'll look forward to seeing how many offspring they get this year. Now the red black colouring is not that spectacular, not very showy, but it'd be good just to breed them and see if I can get better success this year. I haven't looked at eggs. Let's have a look at eggs. No, nothing there. And I didn't look at the Yosakura eggs. Again, nothing there. Now, again, based on my previous experience with these two, the Yosakura and the nishiki, you'd probably need 1 or 2 more weeks of consistently warm weather before they start to produce eggs. Now, as far as I know, I try not to repeat it too often, but I'm far from being an expert on this. I just, enjoy messing about, setting them up, seeing what I can breed out of them, from them. As far as I know, all these 5 types of Madaka I've got would normally be thought of as sort of standard, well-established types that are reasonably easy to keep and breed. But I think, as I've mentioned several times before, the white, orange and red cap Madaka appear to be tougher, much easier to breed than the strain of the Yosakura and red and black that I've got. Whether it is that I don't look after the Yosakura and red and black so well, I don't know. But definitely they don't produce far fewer eggs and viable offspring than the white and red, orange and red cap. Okay, so that's it. That's my breeding groups. I haven't looked at my pond for several days, apart from throwing a bit of food, so I'm going to have a look. Okay, so here's the pond. Got some leaves, so I've got to clear off the netting. These tongs that I got are really very good to do that. There's some over there, I can't reach them, I'll move around later and sort those out. Now I put several batches of Madaka in here when I was sorting out the tubs to select the breeding groups. So you might see a few more Madaka in there. The goldfish seem to have got fatter, but they don't appear to be eating the Madaka. If I feed them now, they'll all come up. The goldfish are a bit scared now, but the goldfish and Madaka just feed alongside. So although the goldfish looks to me that fatter, I haven't seen them eat the Madaka yet. I still haven't decided whether Madaka are just stupid, that they don't recognise the goldfish as potential predators, or whether they're just fearless and rely on their swimming speed to escape. But as you can see, they're all feeding together, goldfish not lunging at the Madaka to try and eat them. Madaka just move out of the way. The goldfish get too close. Really, the goldfish just appear to be frightening, or just trying to move the Madaka away from where the food is. Yeah. I don't know. I'm still unsure about the goldfish and Madaka. Whether the goldfish might suddenly decide that they can eat them, but I don't know. Anyway, that's about it. I'll just add on a clip I did a few days ago of one batch of Madaka that I put in the pond. I put in several batches over a period of days when I was sorting the tubs. But I'll just add on the clip that I did of one of those batches. Okay, these in sorting out breeding groups, I decided I'm going to put these in the pond. Not some I really want to breed for. They're very nice, very healthy. So I'll put these in the pond now. I'll put it in with one hand. Okay, so there they are. Acclimatised to the temperature, and I'll tip them in later.